With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. They'll come out in the pistol. The first carry for the tailback, Jeremy Langford. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down following the run. Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So a costly penalty and now a tougher 3rd down situation. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing. Protect the football, because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
Yeah, nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse, and you can really hurt your team that way.
First carry for Latavius Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Off of play action. Luck. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
Keenum. And he's got Moncrief. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the linebacking core could certainly be crucial today.
They do everything really, really well. Fly to the football, defend the pass, you name it, they do it, as well as set the defensive front.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Block on 3rd down. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Wow, that one took some guts. If this doesn't work, you're handing him incredible field position, but this head coach is undaunted, and he makes the call to go for it, and I'll be darned if they don't get the first down.
On 1st down, Locke. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner. But how about the throw by the quarterback? Anticipation on the break from inside to outside. He threw the football. As the receiver turned around, the ball greeted him.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. he's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive. Murray, the lone setback. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Their big tight end. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Here's Langford. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll get 19 yards there, and it's good enough for a Seattle first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here, 2nd and 13. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Here's Luck now on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So a 3rd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on third down, Luck. Now they go screen. It's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. They come out here in the eye. On first down, Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. This is Murray. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Jonathan Anderson making the stop.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run with Langford to begin the drive. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
And on 2nd and 10 now. There's Keenum now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. So they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
On the right side, caught by Green. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And out now come the Seahawks. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So 2nd and 10 here. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Well, throwing again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again is Luck. Eluding the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Again, Luck. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
3rd and long, it's Luck. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got Edelman. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the Briar Patch.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before half for Keenum. Finding time. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Corey Grant, 75 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it and when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's got time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that. And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. From the gun on third down, Keenum. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Keenum, and he rifles one incomplete. Jeremy Langford, the one he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd and short. Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. That is caught inside the 5. 23 yards on the play. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Over. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Over. All right, here we go.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Touchdown, Packers. Dante Moncrief from 3 yards out. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
To throw on 2nd down is Luck. And Walker with it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
On second down, Langford. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Back to throw. Keenum looks for Janis, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion. Put people...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Corey Grant with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here we go now. No. Check. Patriot. All right, now. Here we go. 56.
The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Strong left. Hey, let's get that ball here.
On second down, here's Keenum. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
Bring it.
One receiver left, 3 to the right.
3-19.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that brings up fourth down. Here's Pat McAfee now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. cuts right. Latavius Murray, the 30. And he cuts right sideline and some room to go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Latavius Murray, 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's got time in the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
To throw is Keenum. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Now Keenum, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Latavius Murray with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing. Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Well, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone, and smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post. That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Green's got it over the middle. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Packers. Ladarius Green, 75 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Certainly not what this offense wants to see. Andrew Luck down and appears to be in some pain. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. So a big development and something we saw last year, unfortunately. Andrew Luck out. And it's A.J. McCarron that's summoned from the bench to replace him. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's Keenum to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Set, green,
Keenum on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Steps away to his left. Funches with a catch over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Forced out to his left and almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. Leopard.
Throwing on 3rd down, Keenum looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Keenum got to have this one. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us a...
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's McCarron. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this in. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Second down, 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Seattle. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Seattle. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's get back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 27 yards that time. And the Packers are going to have a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl on Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
On first down, Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Jeremy Langford, the one he was looking to get it to, and it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
No. Check. Patriot. Over. Detroit.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 26 yards on the play there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.